What is my new low budget strategy on TikTok that will destroy the competition? As you guys can see right here, I have a screenshot of a recent student that implemented a recent strategy that we have been doing with low budget, and not only low budget, but very incredible results with the budget that we have allocated. Look at this. Spent $16 spent, 3 purchases, $5 to acquire a customer. That's incredible. 11 ROAS. Look at the second campaign right down there. $16 spend as well, $8 CPA, so $8 to acquire a customer, 10 ROAS. That's just incredible. And those numbers are simply new numbers with a new campaign and a new strategy that we have been implementing. Guys, keep in mind, this store right here that I'm showing you has been running for a long time, 3 months, well, a little bit above 3 months. And the product was dying out on TikTok. It did achieve 100K, so that's great, but it was dying out. We implemented this new strategy at low budget, and that's a beauty. The strategy cost almost nothing, and we were able to make it revive. So how were we able to revive a product with a strategy that doesn't cost a lot? And that's the beauty of finding the new things in dropshipping. So bear with me until the end of the video, and I'm going to reveal you what have we been doing differently. And I'm going to share with you step by step. Okay, let's start. The first thing that you need to understand is when you create a campaign, you want to do as little things as possible. So you want to select as little things as possible. What I mean by this is, let's say, smart campaign. To be honest, at this current moment, I'm not going to tell you to try smart campaign. It is not performing at the highest level. That's a new feature. Maybe 6 months from now, we'll have another conversation about how amazing smart campaign is. But at this current moment, you don't want to check it. It's just going to cost more. So that's not what you want, and it's not going to lead to better results. So you choose website conversion. You always want conversion. Keep that in mind. You unselect smart campaign, and you don't do a CBO campaign. CBO are extremely profitable when it comes down to scaling. I've made a lot of videos about CBO versus ABO. Go watch those videos if you want to know what should you do when it comes down to CBO and when it comes down to ABO. But we always test with ABO. That's the best strategy to go. And scaling, it's a whole new story. Okay, now that you have left unselected campaign optimization, you don't click on split test. You don't set a campaign budget. You don't click on any of those things, because you need to understand that every time you click on something, it's going to cost you more. And there's a moment that you need to do that. And I'm going to explain to you in a few minutes. Okay, so right here, obviously, this is one of our ad accounts, so we don't want to show the pixel, but you always want to choose complete payment. So you select your pixel, you put complete payment. I know that a lot of you have been struggling since the new update on TikTok. So what is the new update? It's a new way to install the pixel, and what's going to basically happen is that you're not able to choose complete payment right away. There's a solution for that. So if you want me to give you the solution, then 50 likes, 50 comments, and I'm going to reveal the solution, or simply ask me to make another video about it, because only this takes like around 10 to 15 minutes to do. So I can make a whole different videos. But if not, 50 likes, 50 comments, and I'm going to reveal everything under this video. But if you want better, a whole video, just let me know down in the comments. Okay, great. So now what about placements? So placements, I always select TikTok. And the only reason that I don't leave, like I said, I want to touch as little as possible the placements, the things, because everything that we do will cost a little bit more expensive. But the thing is, I'm not going to advertise on global app. I'm not going to advertise on Pango. I'm not going to do the retargeting on the side of the TikTok app. All those things are there to make you spend money. So you need to know what to turn on and when to turn off, because some things are going to cost you way more money and some things are going to save you money. That's the thing when it comes down to TikTok and when it comes down to any platforms. And that's what happened when you're an advanced dropshipper. You know what to do and what to don't do. And this is very important. So only advertise on TikTok, only on TikTok. Obviously, maybe in the future you can expand, but for now, I suggest you 100% of the time, just leave it on TikTok. Great. So obviously you're going to see a location, Thailand. This is just like, I've just not selected any countries yet. You're going to see the other countries in a few seconds. So keep that in mind. Don't be scared. We don't advertise in Thailand. This is just the agency account where it is based. So that's why I select Thailand automatically. And if you want me to make a video about agency's account, why it's better than personal account, let me know. Okay, just after, when it comes down to, as you can see, it's still placement. Look at the up where there's X. We turn off user comments. We turn off allow to video download, allow to video sharing. Why? You need to understand that TikTok is a fairly new platform. So since it's a fairly new platform, a lot of people are doing dropshipping unethically. So when you're going to, let's say, copy someone else because you're going to take his product, obviously, so you're going to analyze that he's probably making money and you want to make money as well, so you're going to launch the same product that he's launching, you're going to have a lot of backlash because everybody who's doing TikTok ads, when it comes down to drop shipping, are fairly young. So since they're fairly young, they're going to make a lot of mistakes, and you're going to have all the backlash early on your product when you're going to launch it. Them, they don't care. They're already scaling. They're already making a lot of money. So a few bad comments, it's not detrimental to their store, but for you, it is. So I always turn off everything. Always, always, always. I've seen better results. I know it's counterintuitive. A lot of people are saying like, yeah, but results are going to spark and are going to make things cheaper. Yes, it's definitely true, but not when you start. When you start, you're going to have a lot of backlash, and that's not good because you don't have a lot of comments. If you have 5,000 comments on a video and you have one or two dropshipping bad comments, it's not the end of the world. But when you start and all your 5 comments are bad comments, it can make a dent on your ads. Okay, now about the retargeting. Well, not the retargeting, but the countries that we're selecting. As you can see, location, United Kingdom, Australia, Germany, Switzerland. We have over 20 countries, and this is the secret sauce, my friend. We have over 20 countries on here, and those 20 countries are going to allow us to have the CPC that I showed you earlier. The CPC was 5 cents. The CPM was like literally below $2. That's craziness. So with a low budget, you're going to have a lot of clicks, not just impressions. A lot of people can have very cheap impressions. They're like, oh, look, I have 1 million impressions. But can you have a lot of clicks on your store for cheap that are going to convert, like I showed you on the previous screenshot? Not everybody can say yes. So we have a list of 20 countries that we give to all of our students. If you've been an older student, you haven't received the countries yet, you can send us a message and we're going to send you those countries. But keep in mind, I'm going to reveal those countries if we get 50 likes and 50 comments on this video. If we get to that point, we're going to reveal it. If not, you'll need to be into the one-on-one mentorship program, and we're going to give you those juicy countries where you can test with very, very low budget. Okay. Now, when it comes down to the audiences, as you can see, it automatically set up 18 to 55 plus. We don't want to touch that. Again, gender, same thing. We don't want to touch that because what I've seen is when you're testing a product, you're going to think that, oh, this is a product for men. This is a product for female, but you don't actually know who's going to buy. Maybe you sell a product for men, but it's only female that are going to buy to gift it to their men. So always keep the gender broad until you have enough data to know, okay, I'm going to make it male only. But if not, make it always on the testing phase. Everything is going to cost cheaper. Like if you have the wrong gender What I mean by that is if you select male or female, and it's actually, let's say, only 60% of male that will buy, you will have a 40% loss. And when it comes down to big numbers, when you're already scaling, it's not the end of the world because you already have other campaigns that are performing great. But when it comes down to testing, 1, 2, 3 sales can make the difference between you keeping the product or you simply scratching the product away. And you don't want to scratch a winner just because you've selected the wrong thing. So always keep age as broad as possible on the testing, and always keep gender as broad as possible. And when it comes down to interest, what is better? Selecting specific interest or no interest? The audiences are extremely important when it comes down for the selection, that you don't select any of them. Okay? None of them works great. There's always occasion where they could work well, but that moment you need to test it when you have a winner. So at first, you want to test what is more high likely to work. And what is more high likely to work is no interest. TikTok doesn't optimize as well because it's a fairly platform. The pixel is not as powerful as other platforms, like let's say Facebook. So it relies on the high intention of purchase of the customer. That's it. And that's why you have such a low CPC, such a low CPM, such a high CTR, because it pushes it to a lot of people to, make up for the fact that they don't optimize as well. So they give you more for what you paid for. So that's basically what it is. So always choose broader, because if you choose specific, it's just not going to do well. Okay, now very important, like I said, on the audiences, interest, it's the same thing. You don't touch that. You don't choose any audience. You don't choose any interest. You don't choose any of that. Now, when it comes down to the budget, you're going to run it at $20 per day. So the budget is going to be $20 per day, but there's a thing. You need to understand that when it comes down to TikTok, most of the product that you're going to sell are going to be below $40, $50, $30. And the profit margin of you, it's going to be what? $25 profit margin, $30 profit margin. If let's say you have a profit margin of $20 to $30 on each one of your products, what you need to do is you need to test with 3 broad interests. So 3 no interest at all. So you're not going to select interest. Each one of them are going to be $60, so $20, so $60 in total. But if you don't have any add to cart, by each ad group spending at least $10 to $15, you shut it down. So you're going to spend at most 15, 15, and 15. How much is that? That's around $45. So you're testing a product for only $45. And guys, I'm telling you, if it's not making you at least a sale by $45, it is not a winning product. Because as you can see, look what I'm going to show you right now. Look at this. He spent $16, had 3 purchases. Below, he spent $16, had 2 purchases on another campaign. So what does that mean? It means that he spends little to no money and he's having sales. So don't think that if you spend more, you're going to have more. It doesn't mean like that. A lot of people believe that, oh, when I spend like $1,000, it's going to become profitable. No, if it's not profitable early on, then it's not a good product. A good winning product will be very, very profitable early on. Guys, keep down all those information. Rewatch this video because it is extremely important. There's a lot of gems inside here. So always, like I said, put the daily budget at 20. And if by $10 to $15, you don't have an add to cart, you close it. And if not, you let it spend until the break-even point. That's it. As simple as that. Okay, the schedule, as you can see, I wrote down, I made a little graphic, just set it up for midnight. As usual, don't overcomplicate things. Keep it like that. So that's what you want to do. When it comes down to creatives, it's pretty much the same since I've started. So I'm not going to tackle that part. It's basically between 3 to 8 videos with 3 different smart text creative. That's it. Nothing too crazy. Nothing different. Nothing have changed. On the beginning, it it has changed. As you can see, I have a lot of things that I have tackled that are a little bit different, but at the end, it's not nearly as different as you could expect. Like, to be honest, it's the same thing. So if you want me to tackle a video about creatives on TikTok, let me know also down below. I'm going to make a video about that. But if not, just rewatch the older videos. There's plenty of videos on how to set up the creative section. But this is the gem part. This is where I wanted you to understand that there's keys to this game. There's secrets to this game that most people are not aware of. They follow the big 5 countries. They follow spending $100 per campaign, and they're not making money. This is the best low budget strategy on TikTok, and you're going to make a lot of money if you follow it. So don't forget, 50 likes, 50 comments. I'm going to reveal those countries and see you on the next video. Love you guys, and peace out.